Hello, BookTube. Yesterday I saw on Robert of Barterhorse's channel a very interesting reading challenge. It's called the BookTube Spin #1. It's created by Rick McDonald. Yeah. And you basically select 20 books, assign them a number 1 through 20, and at the end of this month, Rick will select a random number, and over the course of February and March, you read the book that was assigned that number. I thought it sounded like a whole heap of fun and decided to participate. So let's get started. So the first book is Alamo House by Sarah Bird. This is one of the books I had selected for my America 20 project, and I picked this book largely because it is set in Texas, and I did want a Texas writer or Texas set book to be part of the America 20 project, and this is the book that I ended up selecting. I also think this is the oldest book that I had selected for the America 20. So that was number 1. Coming in at number 2 is Docile by Szpara. This is a dystopian science fiction novel in which people can sell themselves into a form of debt slavery. Well, they sell themselves into debt slavery and are given a drug that basically makes them absolutely compliant. And number 3 is Fifth Son, A New History of the Essex by Camilla Townsend. I've been looking forward to reading this for a while and thought it would make perfect sense to put it into contention. Number 4 is The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri. This is again one of the books I had selected for the America 20 project. Number 5 is The Opium War by Julia Lovell. I'd read late last year her book Maoism and really loved it, and I'm looking forward to reading this book on the Opium War. Number 6 is The Hapsburg Empire by Pieter and Judson. Seven is The Iron Curtain, or Iron Curtain by Anne Applebaum. Looking forward to reading that. Number 8 is The Great Believers by Rebecca Makkai. This is again a book I had selected for the America 20 project. Next is a reread, but I'm going to have another go at it. And so number 9 is The Life and Death of Ancient Cities by Greg Woolf. I'm not too happy with my reading of it, and I want another go at it. Number 10 is The Great Civilizations of Ancient Africa by Lester Brooks. I've had this for quite some time, and it is well past getting to. Number 11 is Bell Redemption. Iran, A Modern History by Abbas Amanat. So I tried to read this during Nonfiction November and didn't have much success with it, but I want to give this another go. I'm not terribly happy with how that reading turned out, so I'm giving it another go, and hopefully this time we will have more success. Number 12 is Streams of Gold, Rivers of Blood by Anthony Kaldellis. This is a history of the Byzantine Empire. 13 is Lot by Bryan Washington. I read his novel Memorial late last year, and thought it was okay. And I'm looking forward to reading his short story collection. Number 14 is The Burned Palace by Stephen Dobyns. This is another one of the books I'd selected for my America 20 project, and thought now would be as good a time as any to read it. Number 15 is The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. This is the first book in her latest series. It's an urban epic fantasy set in New York, in which various cities are incarnated as a sort of avatar. And in New York City, the 5 boroughs each have their own avatar. Number 16 is Interior Chinatown by Charles Yu. This won the National Book Award last year, and it's about an actor, Willis Wu, who has been basically generic Asian man, and he wishes to become Kung Fu Man. And yeah, sounds rather interesting. Number 17 is The Bloodprint by Ausma Zehanat. I've read this a few times, and I'm looking forward to having another go at it. I also intended to read the whole of the Coruscant Archive this year, but things are getting weird for me. 17. 18 is Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. This is the beginning of a new series for her. Number 19 is The Fall of Imperial China by Frederic Wakeman, Jr. This is a book I've had for a while, and it's well past time I get to. And finally, number 20. Philip and Alexander, Kings and Conquerors by Adrian Goldsworthy. And this is a dual biography of both Philip of Macedon and his son Alexander, who is known as Alexander the Great. So, those are the 20 books I'm going to be putting up for this BookTube Spin, and I will be back sometime next month, probably with what number it is, or what number was selected. So anyway, BookTube, thank you, have a great afternoon, and stay safe, and I will be back tomorrow with a book haul and weekly reads. So until then, thank you, BookTube, stay safe, and have a great afternoon.